And I read one of the testimonies. She sent me one of the testimonials of a man who had been using the drink, and he said his libido had gotten so high that he would be on for 2 hours and the thing would not come down. So I bought that drink. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tamara and I am the real super ninja. Yeah. Thank you so much to all my returning subscribers, and if you are yet to subscribe, please can you just simply click the subscribe button like right now. Thank you, and we're going straight into today's topic, no wasting time. So today we are going to be talking about something a little bit hush hush. And I wanted the scenery to be all dark, and that's why I'm wearing black, so not like there's any morning or anything, and not like I'm hiding in case you're wondering or see you. But let's see there very well. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about sex in pregnancy. This is one topic that I feel there's not much said. And I mean, not online, of course, everything is online, but basically amongst women in hospitals and, general information like that, especially in Nigeria. And I try to consider the former hospital I used for my first 2 children. This topic was never brought up during prenatal classes. But my current hospital, it wasn't necessarily brought up, but someone did ask about it. And so it kind of sparked a conversation. And then it made me even further do some research online and also kind of try to understand what I was also going through. So for this topic, I had to send out surveys to a number of women who I know they have children recently, they just gave birth recently, or they can still remember their own experiences during pregnancy. And I have to use these opportunities to give a huge shout out to everyone who I always pester and harass with my surveys, with my questionnaires. Thank you so much, because of you I can do these videos. So thank you so much, and I would be giving you all the juicy gist from all the responses that I got. I'm sure you really want to get into the details of this video, so you better keep watching. Firstly, I would like to start with myself. It's easy to come here and read other people's experiences and all of that, but I have to start with myself and also give kind of background to why I decided to treat this topic on my channel. With my first son, when it comes to sexual appetite or libido, I don't remember anything so different. I think it was pretty normal, like when we just got married, or yeah, we got pregnant less than a year, obviously, before less than a year into our marriage, and so it was just normal, maybe slightly higher, but nothing really over the top. And same thing with my second son, probably slightly higher, but not over the top, like I really wanted sex all the time. And so by this pregnancy now, with this pikin that I'm carrying, I don't understand. I just know that something shifted in my body. What it is, I do not know. But I just started feeling like I needed my husband to be around every time. And I was searching myself like, is something wrong? Did I eat something? Is there something we're not supposed to eat in pregnancy that I ate? But I'm not kidding. My libido went to 200%. And I think it was about the time I got into my second trimester, just about second trimester thereabouts, that everything just kind of changed overnight. And I will get so angry with my husband. I will be calling him 100 times. Come home, it's getting late, come home. I'm already calling him from 2 o'clock. You must not come home late today. You must not come home late today. You must not come. I'm waiting for you. Come home, come home, come home. And poor guy would have been wondering what's going on with this woman. And she drank something. and she eating something. And you know, it got to a stage where I started feeling embarrassed. And I know I sent him a message one time and I was like, it's a bit awkward for me and I don't want you to feel like there's something wrong with me because I don't even know what is happening with me, but I need you to understand that I need you to be more available for me and all of that. And I felt like, what am I doing? And that actually led me to go online and just see what medical researchers say about it. Maybe there's something that has to do with sexual hormones and pregnancy or something. I really don't know. But I did find some vital information. Let me show you. Some women have higher levels of arousal and more intense orgasms and more intense orgasms during pregnancy, while other women notice the opposite. We're going to get to that. Although every woman's experience is unique, there are a few common trends that describe libido changes during pregnancy. In general, a woman's sex drive will ebb and flow throughout her pregnancy. Also, it says pregnancy triggers many changes that can affect a woman's sex drive. There are higher levels of estrogen and progesterone, as well as an increase in blood flow to the genitals, which can lead to heightened sexual desire. I think because I hadn't really experienced it to this level, and this is the first time that I'm having like a crazy sex drive, it made me feel there had to be something more to learn. And I started reading. I can't come and be reading all the research and everything for you here. You can go online and check all those things out. And so I decided, that moved me to say, let me even ask my friends. Let me ask other women, you know, like, did you experience this? Did you turn into like a sex maniac when you were pregnant? And I got different, like a wide range of responses, from those who were like the top of the top to those who were like the bottom of the bottom. And I will go into sharing some of the responses that I got. And if you're watching and you are, whichever spectrum you are, you can state it in the comments and let me know how you dealt with it. But this, now I will start with those I'll start with those who didn't necessarily have a good experience. They were really irritated by demands. They didn't even want him to come close. Look, you need to understand that some things cannot be explained. Go and ask your medical doctor how it happened. I don't know. And someone even said her husband's kisses would always irritate her stomach. Woo! I had some people say that, in fact, throughout the entire pregnancy, sex is a no-go area. Oh, Lord. You know, I had people say, pregnancy is just so hard for me, so we both just wait it out because I'm sick the entire time. Woo! Another person is like, for her own pregnancy, she always reaches rock bottom libido. So, like, if they even have sex once a month, or once in 2 months, is like a testimony. And I'm trying to even think of the men now. As husbands, it's your duty to really be sensitive and to understand, to gather information, because you might begin to feel like, okay, why is this woman pushing me away? But a man can never understand what pregnancy is. I'm sorry, but like, that's how God created it to be. A man can never fully understand it. He can empathize with his wife, but to have that understanding of what is going on the inside, he can't. And so if you happen to be a man who your wife gave you like serious hell during her pregnancies, she just didn't want you to come close and everything, it's your duty not to take it personal. Please do not take it personal. Pregnancy is a whole lot, and every woman's experience is utterly different. So just be understanding enough. But if I were to give an advice for all the people that sent me, like, that they didn't even want sex at all, they didn't even want to see the man's anything, they didn't even want him to touch them, they didn't even want him to come close or kiss them, if I could give any advice for that, it would be that start to channel things from your mind. I believe so much that everything we do comes from our minds. And I'm not saying, medically speaking, the hormones You can trick your hormones or whatever. I don't know. I don't have those scientific equations and all. But I do believe that no matter how tough the pregnancy is for you, if you can do yourself a favor and do your marriage a favor and spend time thinking about your husband in a loving way, then you won't feel too irritated to hold him. Yes, it's a lot when the pregnancy is putting a lot of stress and strain on you and you're just angry, you're just irritated. It's a lot. But do take time to just set your mind, focus your mind on the good. Think of your husband lovingly. Even if he upsets you or something, think of him lovingly and just hold him. If all you can do is hold, like you're not feeling so strong, you have morning sickness or whatever, just hold him. So that, because you're also passing a message to him that, look, it's tough for me, but I know you are here and I love you and I feel you. I want you to know that I'm trying, but this is the best I can give you. I think it would just be really, really tough on the man if you just push him away and be like, don't come near me, don't come near me. You know, now I have to give you the people that their experiences made me laugh till water was dropping from my eyes. It made me laugh. And guys, like women, men, as you're watching this, if you never born, don't think that this is an exaggeration. No. Don't even think it. Until you get there, you understand. But let me show you, or let me read some super duper experiences.
Warning, sexually explicit conversation follows.
Some people describe some things very vividly. I will try to say the ones I can say, but let me give one person's own now. This one, she said, "Chai, the first trimester with my first pregnancy, I didn't want to see anything that looked like it disgusted me. Carrots and pomo were so disgusting to me. But that is how I read Supernatural Childbirth and saw that sex can be great in pregnancy." If you're pregnant and you haven't read that book, where have you been? Do look for that book, Supernatural Childbirth. I think it's by Jackie Mize, yeah. And I saw that sex can be great in pregnancy, so I started praying. Prayer is the key. I became comfortable with it again. Then suddenly, I became a sex maniac. My sex drive was out of this world. My poor husband started sleeping in jeans so that I would not kill him with my too much sex. Wait for it. One day, the guy ran out of the room shouting, "You won't get belly on top the one with your body." Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyhow, that's how I was till baby came. For the second one, there was no disgust with the something at all. I was all for sex. I feel my sex drive was even worse than the first one. Anyways, I had sex till the day labor started. Yeah. I even did small with the labor on 2 occasions. When I read this one, I was like, I need to give this person an award. Who has sex in the middle of labor? So, like, if you think sex drive cannot get you crazy in pregnancy, you have not experienced anything. You know, when I read this one, I was laughing, I was crying, and I had to bring my husband. I said, "Sit down, just sit down." She's like, "I'm worrying you on my own is too much. Have I reached this level?" Like, I've not even reached this level. You still wear normal things to sleep. You still wear normal clothes. I've not forced you to wear jeans. I've not pushed you to the extent that you have to wear jeans. So don't think I'm crazy. I am very, very normal. Oh God, I'll read another one. Another one. In my first pregnancy, I saw sex as punishment. I didn't want it at all. It just wasn't a pleasant experience then. But by the time I was pregnant with my second baby, chai, I wanted it every day. My libido was so high. Gosh, my husband kept asking, "What happened to you?" My second baby was big, so I always had this weight on my laps that would make me drag. And I read online that sex could help shift the weight up. Me that I was already high, that's sexually high, I jumped at it and it really helped. After the doggy position, the weight usually shifts back up for 3 days. I feel lighter on my laps. Thank God for hubby. He didn't dull me at all then. This was when I experienced coming. I know they tire. I will be dripping. Before the real deal, I'm so wet that when chairman enters, it gets lost inside with all the wetness. Okay, please. This channel is still very clean. Which was the same with my third baby too. But it got to a stage, my husband will wear jeans and use belts to bed during my third pregnancy because I just kept asking for more. Pregnancy can make you go to another level, not mental, but oh Lord, oh God, let me read another one. I think I was a sex maniac during my first pregnancy. Hubby was almost running away from me like, woman, don't you know you are pregnant? I was hounding him for sex practically every time and harassing him everywhere. I was always horny. But with my second pregnancy, it taught me the other side of life. Oh, I like this example. I went from high libido to practically zero. Now listen to this. I think that was partly due to my lack of preparedness for another pregnancy. My first child was just 5 months, and I was depressed as a result of that. I lost interest for any sexual activity and could count the number of times we had sex during my second pregnancy. Thank God my husband is a very understanding man. The sex drive was still low for a while after I had had my second child, but thankfully it picked up. Okay, let's get serious now. You know, like when we're talking about those who have terribly low sex drives, and I said, as much as I do believe science makes sense and medical doctors are doing great jobs. I mean, we need them in the society. A lot of things also start from the mind. While science will tell you some women experience very high and some women experience very low, you can see in this instance now that she had to admit that she knew that her mind was not there. For heaven's sake, you get pregnant when your first child is 5 months old. That is a lot to take on. I don't know how many women will not find that stressful. That's a lot. And here she said, while first pregnancy was over the top and so amazing, by the time the second one came, partly because of, look, this child came at a time when I wasn't ready for another one. That now made the sex drive drop low. So this can kind of account, and this could help encourage someone else who, if you're in pregnancy and your sex drive is really low, like I said earlier, let everything start from the mind. Try to think of loving things. It might be tough. I cannot imagine if my second son came when my first son was still 5 months. I mean, I barely had my feet on the ground by that time. So you know the situation you are going through, but no matter how tough, for the sake of your home, for the sake of your marriage, and for your sake, so that you are even a lot happier. See, happiness and joy, that's the best medicine. Do you understand? And basically, don't let me read anymore, please. I think I've read enough and we've listened to enough enough libido talk. Please, I'm not reading anymore. Now, getting to the serious point and why I'm doing this, and what I would really love you to take away from this is that communication is key. I was feeling embarrassed. I mean, why should I feel embarrassed that I'm asking my husband for sex? But I was feeling very embarrassed and feeling like there was something wrong. But thankfully, because he's the kind of person that I can just talk to him and tell him, I don't know what's going on, this and this, but you just have to be there to satisfy me in this period. And you know, it made it a lot easier for both of us. And that is something you should know, that communication is the best thing that can happen to your marriage. Good, effective communication, let's make that clear. Effective communication is something that would really help. And don't be quiet if you don't understand what your body is going through, don't be quiet. Speak with someone, speak with a professional, speak with your doctor, research online, read things, and sit with your husband and talk like, okay, this is why I feel this way. Look, it's not that it's not that I don't love you, but this is what's going on in my body. It's a bit strenuous on me, or I haven't taken any drugs or anything. This is why I need you more. And, have that communication. And, even turn it into play or fun. Let me give you a very personal example. When this heightened libido really caught me, my husband's birthday was coming up and I bought him a big box of different items. So I included a very special big bottle drink inside that box. I had read the testimony. I know those who manufacture it, by the way, so it's not like I just bought something from anywhere. I know those who manufacture it, and they're like good, they're dear friends to me. They're people that I look up to. And I read one of the testimonies. She sent me one of the testimonials of a man who had been using the drink, and he said his libido had gotten so high that he'll be on for 2 hours and the thing will not come down. So I bought that drink. I bought it and I put it in my husband's birthday presents box or whatever. And so when it was his birthday and he was bringing out the things. Oh, thank you. And he brought out the big bottle. He was like, what is this? What is this? I said, no, just drink it. You will find out why I bought it for you. And you don't understand what's doing in my body, but I need you to keep up. And I found a solution for you to keep up with me. Oh, God. But on a very serious note, uh-oh, I think mascara has entered my eye. But on a very serious note, worrying weighs us down, but a cheerful word can pick us up, can uplift us. And in marriage, a lack of communication can break things down, can cause a marriage to go from being sweet to being sour. And so let's keep those doors open. Let's not be hush-hush about things that need to be spoken about. Please talk about these things. Speak with your spouse, and then if you need to involve a therapist or a professional, do consult one, and do that for the sake of your happiness as an individual, your happiness as a couple, and also for the atmosphere of your home. Because if you are being moody, especially us moms, we have so much power that we don't even realize. The atmosphere of a home is highly dependent on the woman. So if you're being affected by this and you're being so moody, there's a tendency to pass that negative energy to your children, and I'm sure that's not what you want. Okay, so I really do hope you've learned something today, and I certainly want your comments. So please let me know how your own experience was. How did you get by? Did you speak with your spouse? How did it go? If you're a man watching this, like, how did you feel when your wife maybe she pushed you away, she kept pushing you away throughout? Did you understand it? Did you try to research about it? Or if she wanted too much that your power could not take, what did you do about it? So please feel free to comment below, and I'll be really glad to respond. And thank you so much if you have subscribed. If you are still here to subscribe at this point, what should I do to you? What should I do to you? Please hit the subscribe button. Thank you. I'm so grateful. And do give me a thumbs up, okay? Do give me a thumbs up. It's not easy to speak about these things when I know that my father is subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. Till we see my next video. Bye.